flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, on our agenda this evening, we have warrant articles to go over and the line item budget. First of all, we will need a motion to open the warrant.
I'll make a motion. Go ahead, Jan. I'll make a motion to open the warrant article.
Okay, is there a second?
There is. I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. Jeff's going to read the disclosure.
If you,
Did she?
I do have it, yeah, you want me to, I got it. Yep. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GLC 30A, Section 18, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Sturbridge Board of Selectmen will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for remote participation can be found on the town's website at www.sturbridge.gov, Town Administrator, pages How to Access Virtual Meeting. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to listen or to watch the meeting either online via the town's on-demand video broadcast on cable television on channel 191 or dial into the meeting at 774-304-1455, enter 1428 pound for the meeting number and 12345 for the access code. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on the town's website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of the proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting.
Okay, thank you. Okay, our town planner is here this evening. Selectman Dowling had requested that she be available to explain the zoning articles. So not to ruin her whole evening, we'll take up the zoning articles first, okay, with the board?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, good evening, Jean.
Hi, good evening.
Okay, we all got your synopsis of the zoning articles. So could you just, quickly go over it for the audience, please? I think we're starting with Article 36, readoption of the zoning bylaw. So,
Sure. I'm sorry, Mary, I'm only getting half of what you're saying. The meeting keeps going in and out.
oh,
But I
okay.
think you said to give you an overview, so.
Right, it's basically, we have one, but it's basically for the audience at home.
Sure. All right. Do you want me to just start at Article 36 and go on through?
Yes, please.
All right. So Article 36 is the readoption of the zoning bylaw. And this has been part of the codification project that we've been working on for the past year with General Code Publishers. And the purpose of this was to clean up all of our general bylaws, zoning bylaws, rules and regulations, and even the charter to make sure things were consistent, clean up any grammatical errors. In some cases, we had a similar bylaw, for example, earth removal in both the zoning and in the general bylaw, and they maybe said different things. So we went through, we cleaned all of that up, everything's been renumbered in order, and this article will accept that renumbering, that recodification.
Okay, does anybody have a question on that article? No. Okay, somebody willing to make a motion to place and support?
Also move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Okay, Jean?
All right, so the next one is Article 37.
Wait a minute,
and this
Jeff's
is-
catching up. That was
Which number?
36.
36, all right, thank you, sorry.
Okay, Jean, go ahead.
Okay. The next is Article 37, and this is proposed revisions to the accessory dwelling unit bylaw. So as I think most are aware, Jamie, you weren't on the board, but I think you are probably aware that we recently completed an update of our housing production plan. Excuse me, and that plan was adopted by the Planning Board and the Board of Selectmen and was recently approved by the Department of Housing and Community Development. So during that planning process, we were fortunate to be able to have a couple of housing forums before COVID, and we also were able to submit surveys. And overwhelmingly, we heard that people wanted a little more flexibility with creating accessory dwelling units. Our current bylaw is a little dated. It limits the square footage to 600 square feet or 20% of the size of your dwelling, whichever is less. And for example, the minimum size for a single family dwelling in Sturbridge is 750 square feet. So if you are taking 600 square feet and trying to perhaps make a handicap accessible living unit for your mother or father or anyone, it's very difficult with trying to get the large enough bathrooms and doorway, 36-inch doorways and things like that that you need. The other issue is that we required that these permits be renewed on an annual basis. So now you've made maybe a $30,000 investment in your home and you have to go back next year to see if the Zoning Board of Appeals will renew that. So what we've tried to do is, you know, in hearing from the residents and really looking at what the legislature's been doing and the governor's kind of directives on housing in Massachusetts, we've tried to make this a little more flexible. It will still require a special permit from the Zoning Board of Appeals, but we've eliminated that cap and we've allowed the Zoning Board to look at that on a case-by-case basis. And it will also eliminate the annual renewal process as well. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Okay, any questions, comments from the board?
I have a couple.
Jamie?
Hi, Jane. Thanks for being here after hours. So just a couple. So does this apply in all zones in the town, or where does this apply? I guess is easiest to apply.
In the in any district that would allow for a single family home.
Okay. So it's
Or
not in the cluster
residential
zones or anything like that. That's what I was.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Don't worry about it. And so what are the other question I had was, you know, I saw that it'd be on a case-by-case basis. What are there any other criteria that would apply, that apply specifically to this type of unit? Like what would be the
Yes.
lens that they'd look at this through?
Sure, all of the other provisions of the accessory dwelling unit bylaw would remain in place. And so there are requirements that, you know, be in keeping with the character of the neighborhood, that it maintain the appearance of a single family home. We do have limitations on how many parking spaces you can have within the property for the unit. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up my zoning book here. Sorry, I'm teetering on the edge of a sewing table tonight because there's glare coming in the window on my desk. So yes, it has to, only one unit per dwelling unit could be created. Must be clearly subordinate in size to the single family dwelling. Shall be designed so it keeps the appearance of a single family residence as much as feasibly possible. New entrances shall be located on the sides and rears of the home to the extent feasible. When it's created in an accessory structure, the appearance shall be compatible with the primary dwelling and the character of the neighborhood. They need at least one off-street parking space for the accessory dwelling unit. And then also if they're on a septic system, obviously they'd have to hire a sanitarian to be sure their septic system can adequately handle that. And of course, all the requirements of the state building code and fire codes would apply. So those are kind of the main highlights of the things that the Zoning Board of Appeals would be looking at when they're reviewing the special permit application.
Okay, I don't think I have anything else.
Okay, Jason, anything? Okay, does somebody want to make a motion then to place and support Article 37?
I'll make a motion to place and support Article 37.
Okay,
I'll support it. I mean, I'll second it.
okay, any discussion? All in favor? Okay, next, have so many sets of papers here. Okay, the proposed revisions to the village gateway, sorry.
Yeah, so I'll talk about Articles 38 and 39 together. So this was actually requested by the property owner. As you know, there's one property owner that owns the entirety of the Village Gateway District. And for those watching that are not familiar where that is, it's on the corner of New Boston Road and Route 20. It's where the Holiday Inn Express and Panera Bread are. So the property owner met with the board back in the fall and really talked about the impact COVID had on restaurant operations and food service in general, and then really the trends that they saw going forward with the size of fast food restaurants and fast casual. And they asked the board to support allowing fast food restaurant by special permit, with leaving all of the design standards, architectural standards, and landscaping standards in place. And also that they look at the definition of fast casual, which had a minimum square footage of 4,000 square feet. So after that meeting, the board wanted to do some research. So I did prepare a packet for the board of a lot of articles that I was able to put together online. And I think I gave you a link to an interesting study that I had read as well. And really what the National Restaurant Association was saying is that, really agreeing with what the property owner and his real estate agent and engineers were saying, is that, you know, footprints were getting smaller. The need for drive-through windows and curbside pickup parking spaces were probably here to stay, as well as smaller footprints of the buildings. So the board did discuss this, I think, at 3 meetings with the property owners, and then ultimately decided that, you know, it really didn't matter so much what type of food was being sold in the building. The main thing that mattered to the Gateway District is that we honor the integrity of those architectural and design standards that were so carefully crafted and put in place. So with that, and with the idea that all of that remains the same, so all of the buildings on that property would have the same look, the board did vote unanimously to serve as the petitioner and place these 2 articles. So the first one would eliminate the minimum square footage of fast casual of 4,000 square feet. And then the second one would allow for fast food by special permit in the Village Gateway District. Again, subject to all the other standards that were in there. And I'm sorry if I'm pausing, I'm hearing everything double on my end. So sorry.
Modern technology. Okay, any questions, comments from the board?
No, I think that was great. I'm happy to hear that the architectural and the landscaping, you know, this doesn't affect that at all. So that's a positive. So,
Right, and more opportunity for business to
yeah.
come in there. Okay, does someone want to make a motion then to place and support Article, which number is it?
38.
There's
38.
38 and 39.
Okay, 38.
So moved. Chase.
Second.
Okay, Chase, Jamie, any discussion? All in favor? Okay, the same on Article 39. Someone want to make a motion to place and support?
I'll jump on it. Yep. Place and support 39.
Okay, Jamie? Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Okay, next is the floodplain, Jean.
Okay, so Article 40 is proposed revisions to the floodplain bylaw, and we are member communities of the National Flood Insurance Program. And so we're really fortunate in Massachusetts that we have a National Flood Insurance Program coordinator that works for the Department of Conservation and Recreation, and she's very proactive and has been reviewing all the communities that belong to the program in Massachusetts. There are 341 of us, reviewing all of our bylaws and offering suggestions of how we need to update those make sure that we stay compliant with the flood insurance program so that our residents that need access to that insurance can continue to do so. So the changes proposed are all kind of summarized in the memo that I gave you, but it's basically updating all of the language to make sure that our bylaw is where it needs to be in terms of compliance.
Okay, any questions, comments? Motion to place and support?
Also move.
Second.
Okay, Chase, discussion, all in favor? Okay, 3-0. Okay, earth removal, Jean?
So the earth removal this is actually a general bylaw change, and what Jeff and I did is worked on this to make sure it was consistent with the zoning bylaw, and also to insert the maximum cap on the amount of material that could be removed from the property incidental to having a building permit before they'd need to go to the Board of Selectmen. And we used these cubic yards that the Board of Selectmen had requested, which was 5,000.
Okay, any questions, comments? Motion to place and support?
Also move.
Okay, Jamie?
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Okay. Okay, next is Article 42.
So this is to allow property owners within the town to be able to have chicken or other poultry or fowl. Currently, we do not have an allowance, I guess you would call it, to allow people to have backyard chickens or, ducks or other fowl. And this is, I think, one of our most commonly requested items. We get so many calls on a monthly basis or an annual basis with people that really want to be able to raise their own chickens for their eggs and as 4-H projects or pets for their children. And our kind of standard thing is, well, you need to have 5 acres because that's exempt under the kind of agricultural if you meet other standards. So we were approached by a group of residents, I think just before the pandemic hit, and we worked with them somewhat with other staff, the animal inspector, the building official, zoning enforcement officer, the chief of police, conservation agent, myself, and we crafted a bylaw that would allow for the keeping of poultry in town. And this would be overseen by the animal inspector. And we've provided certain circumstances when you'd be able to have poultry and how many chickens you might be able to have depending on your lot size and your areas for manure storage and things like that.
Okay, any questions or comments?
Yeah,
Amy?
I have a question for you, Jane. On if it's near stormwater or wetlands, what would be the restrictions around? Do you happen to know what the restrictions?
Yeah, so we actually did put that keeping of poultry shall comply with applicable local, state, and federal
Yeah.
wetlands regulations and stormwater management regulations. No alteration of land within protected resource areas, and no unlawful discharges of pollution. For example, fecal waste into the wetland or buffer zone area. And then we also put that coops and poultry runs should not be constructed within 50 feet of wells and wetlands. And that was making sure we respected the 50-foot no permanent structure in our wetland bylaw. So we tried to be very consistent with other regulations that are already in place.
Okay, Jamie, that's section F.
Yeah, I think I saw it. I just wanted to hear it.
Yeah, no.
To make sure I was reading it. No, thank you, Gene. No, nothing
You're
further.
welcome.
Okay, Chase, anything?
No.
Okay, is there a motion to place and support Article 42?
I'll move.
Okay, Jamie?
Second.
Okay, discussion? All in favor? Okay. Is that it, Jean, or the,
I think that's all I have unless you wanted, I don't know if maybe you've already taken up the matching funds for the historic preservation grant.
no, we went right to the zoning for you. But
Okay.
We had voted to place and support, and we can
Oh, okay.
reopen the warrant even next week if the numbers
Oh,
change.
good.
Or there's other places to get the money from if we don't get a request or a recommendation from the CPC. But
Okay, all right.
there'll be
Perfect.
money,
Okay, great.
okay?
All right. Okay.
Have a good night.
Thank you, you too. That was short and sweet. Bye.
Thanks, Gene.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now, let's clean this mess up here.
Oh, no. Hold on one second. When she's also an organizer, so when she closed the meeting, she closed
Close the meeting.
closed it for everybody. Let me just turn it back on here.
I don't know if it's just her mic, but she was
Yeah, tough to hear.
Yeah, she was.
fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy's on his way. Hold on, let me get. You're gonna have to come back in, because Gene shut us down when you're done. All right. All right, let me make sure.
Conference will now be recorded.
We're good.
All set, so now we'll go back to the warrant articles. Number 16 has changed, right?
Yeah, the capital line, we added lightning protection to the senior center, which made that line item from 85 to 97,000, and increased the total to 552,129. Could
you read that again, please,
Yeah,
Jeff? I'm sorry.
It should be in the warrant. It's 552, comma, 129 is the
Okay.
new number.
Yes.
The lightning protection was increased from 85,000 to 97,000.
Okay.
Excuse me.
We didn't vote on that at all. We held it, right?
I think you voted waiting for the number.
Okay, even if we did, we can vote again. Somebody want to place and support?
Also move.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, discussion, all in favor? Okay.
Okay, never mind. Jeff, does this, just a clerical note, is it still 512 in the top, or am I confused? What is
It should have been changed to 522.
Okay, all right, so it's 552 at the total, I think is what you were referencing, and then it's now 512, 179.
Yeah, it's 512.
Okay, so it's the 512, 179, okay.
Yeah, because there's other funds in there, just, yeah.
Yeah, so the total on the second page needs to change.
Well, the 12 was, that actual word 12 was a new number, because we added 12,000 from the fund balance. Now, you know, these things, by the time we get to this point, they're all
Yeah.
over the place.
Oh, I know, I know. Okay,
19, we still don't have a number yet.
okay. So we'll wait on that number. 22,
Yep.
Water Department.
Yes, we, looking at the proposed budget and the revenues, we can sustain the sewer department, or excuse me, the water fund with the current rate structure. So there doesn't need to either be a rate increase or any allocation from fund balance to support the water system for next fiscal year.
Good.
Okay, does somebody want to make a motion to place and support Article 22?
I will move to place and support Article 22.
Okay, Chase, discussion, all in favor? Okay, next one I had was 23.
This one, a little different. The sewer, there's a gap between revenues and expenditures. But there are two betterment projects that have completed their debt service. There's remaining funds in both of those projects. It's Phase 2 and the Cedar project. I don't quite know the parameters of those two improvement projects, but in each one, there's over $600,000 of funds left in the projects after all the debt's been paid. By state law, that lapses to the reserve fund in the sewer. So we're proposing at this point to allocate $342,000 of those funds to next year's sewer budget, and then when we get the rate study, we'll have to figure out how we go forward from there. So that way it'll keep the rates as is for next year.
Sounds good. So do we want to go ahead then in place and support the article as is?
As written, yes. We've updated all the numbers
Right,
in here for that.
yeah, $2,744,992. Okay, somebody want to make a motion to place and support?
I'll make a motion to place in support.
Okay,
Second.
okay, discussion, all in favor? Okay. Okay, we took care of that. Next.
So water, sewer,
Yeah, and
the
Article 33.
yes, the Article 33 is the codification of the charter. We got the language today from KP Law. We have to fill in the date of the revision on the article still, but it is the right language. We have the website where the codification changes are posted on the website. And if approved at town meeting, it will be subject to an election. So,
Next April.
next.
Okay, any questions on that? Somebody want to make a motion to place and support?
I'll make a motion to place and support Article number 33.
Okay,
Second.
okay, discussion, all in favor? Okay. Is that on those, we need to go back to 11, right?
11.
Town budget.
There you go. No, yeah. Do the budget.
It's important. Okay, now, usually, Jamie, when we do this, I go through and read the line item numbers, and if somebody wants to hold something, say hold, and then when we get to the end, we'll vote the ones that aren't held, and then discuss the ones that are held. Okay, so the first one is the Board of Selectmen, total expenses, $3,600. Line item 2, Town Administrator, $222,785. Also, if you have any questions on any of the separated ones, the salaries or the merit-based or anything, you can hold the line item. Okay. Number 3, total expenses there, $33,650. Okay, line item number 4, Finance Committee, personnel cost, $3,873. Okay, line item number 5, total expenses, $3,400. Pages are stiff. Okay, town accountant, line item 6, personnel costs, $102,937. Total expenses, line item 7, $3,650. Board of Assessors, line item 8, personnel costs, $103,985. Line item 9, total expenses in that department, $33,791. Finance Director, line item 10, personnel costs, $242,305. Then we have the total for the purchase of services, supplies, other charges, $33,500. That was line 11. Okay, Town Council, line 12, total expenses, $110,000. Information Technology, line 13, personnel costs, $71,236. Line item 14, total other expenses, $133,224. Town Clerk, personnel costs, line 15, $116,954. Line item 16, purchase of service, supplies, other charges, total expenses there, $4,480. Line item 17, personnel costs, $15,910. Purchase of service, supplies, $14,067. Line item 18. Conservation Commission, line item 19, personnel costs, $100,669. Purchase of service, supplies, other charges, total expenses there, line item 20, $8,385. Town Planner, line 21, personnel costs, $140,613. Purchase of services, supplies, intergovernmental, other charges, total, line 22, $46,954. Zoning Board of Appeals, total expenses, line 23, $590. Line item 24, Economic Development category, personnel costs, $29,665. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total expenses there, line number 25, $2,750. Facilities, personnel costs, line 26, $129,079. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total there, $12,550, which was line 27. Line 28, Town Hall, purchase of service, supplies, total expenses there, $37,970. Center Office Building, line item 29, purchase of services, supplies, total expenses, $32,980. Senior Center Building, line item 30, total expenses there, $24,910. Joshua Hyde Library Building, purchase of services, supplies, total expenses, line 31, $24,920. Safety Complex, line 32, purchase of services, supplies, total expenses, $88,853. Nursery School, line 33, $3,580. 8 Brookfield Road, line 34, $0. Okay, now the Police Department numbers. There's a change. Salaries and wages should be $2,365,764. That's the only change there, right, Jeff? Other than the total?
And the overtime went down.
Oh,
The salaries went up and the overtime went down.
okay, sorry, the overtime went down to $449,781, line 35. Okay? So total police department is $3,268,568. Fire department, line 37, personnel costs, $1,582, 257. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total expenses there, line 38, $187,662. Building inspector, personnel costs, line 39, $134,529. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total there, $5,359. Line number 41, sealer of weights and measures, $5,350. Inspectors, electrical and plumbing, line 42, salary, wages, personnel costs, each $50,000. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total there, $3,278. Tree warden, line 44, personnel costs, $8,963. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total expenses there, $18,816, line 45. Line 46, education, Burgess Elementary School, total there, $12,379,567. Tantascwa Town Share, $7,708,896. Tantascwa Transportation Assessment, $116,504. Total for Tantascwa there, $7,825,400, which was line 47. Line 48, charter school transportation, $6,000. Okay, Department of Public Works, line 49, personnel costs, $981,603. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total expenses there, $183,550. That was line item 50. Town road maintenance, line item 51. Private road maintenance, total expenses, $6,000. Snow and ice removal, personnel costs, $51,250. Purchase of services, $70,000. Supplies, $100,000. Total expenses there, $170,000. Total altogether, snow and ice, $221,250. Line 52. Landfill Recycling Center, line 53. Personnel costs, $126,790. Line 54 includes purchase of services, supplies, total expenses there, $179,535. Board of Health, line item 55, personnel costs for $104,029. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total expenses there, line item 56, $8,600. Community Health, line 57, total expenses, $5,000. Inspection and testing, personnel costs, $51,047. Council on Aging, personnel costs, line 59, $142,094. Purchase of services, supplies, other charges, transportation, total there, line number 60, $8,505. Okay, Veteran Services, line 61, Personnel costs, $9,844. Purchase of services, $250. Supplies, $575. American Legion, $1,600. Memorial Veterans Day, $3,200. Other charges, $500. Veterans benefits, $55,000. Total expenses there, line item 62, $61,125. Joshua Hyde Library operations, line 63. Personnel costs, $402,757. Purchase of services, $19,672. Supplies, $3,600. Library materials, $105,000. Other charges, $2,400. Total expenses there, line 64, $130,672. Recreation, line 65. Personnel costs, $92,444. Purchase of services, $12,507. Supplies, $4,205. Team sports, $7,500. Other charges, $210. Total expenses there, line 66, $24,422.
I just want to have a question about that at the end.
Okay, no problem. Thought it was getting boring.
Yeah, right.
66.
Yeah,
You just did it because you stood up, Jeff.
right,
Just,
Okay, line 66, Trails, 67, Trails Committee, 0. Historical Commission, line 68, purchase of services, supplies, other charges, total expenses, $2,050. Line 69, debt service principal, Burgess Elementary Project, $915,000. Town Hall, $170,000. Total expense, $1,085,000. Debt service interest, short-term interest, $5,000. Burgess Elementary School, $279,229. Town Hall, $52,214. Total expenses, line 70, $336,443. Okay, line item 71, Department Unclassified, Group Insurance, Unemployment, Worcester Retirement System, Medicare Tax, Streetlights, Energy Consulting, Engineering / Professional Services, Town Audit, School Audit, OPED Study, Legal Fees, Tax Title, Town Report, Insurance Blanket, Insurance Deductible, Reserve Fund, Student Activity, Future Wage Obligations for a total online 71 of $4,486,324. Central Purchasing, which includes telephone, postage, gasoline, water, sewer, copiers, slate roof maintenance plan, fleet vehicles, window cleaning, exterior painting, town hall, center office building, Easy Pass, electricity, trash removal, recycling, fire extinguishers in buildings, for a total expense, line 72, of $328,300, for a grand total in the budget of $36,399,178. Okay, we can take your question then, it's just
I'm
as
getting,
easy to.
36, what'd you have?
$36,399,178.
I get 36,410. It's on the new numbers, the new sheets.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, my fault. I only changed the police in that. Okay, so that number is $36,410,574. Okay, thank you, Jeff. Okay, Chase, your question?
Yep. I
Bless
just
you.
had a question on 65 on the department head salary for recreation. It shows a 24.6% increase. Is that because of the classification plan or?
Yes.
Well, also some more hours too, right?
And
No,
No, you didn't give them more hours?
we gave, the current year budget includes 35 hours for that position. Next year's budget is the product of the classification study.
Okay.
Okay, Chase, what number?
65 and then the top number.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason I just bring that up is, rec was, with COVID last year, almost a non-existent department. And to give that kind of a, but I mean, I guess we adopted the whole classification study.
Right.
Yeah, and it's going to staff. It's not like it's going to, we want to keep a good talented person. You have to
Yeah.
keep a good talented person.
All set on that? So you want to withdraw your hold?
Withdraw my whole. I just wanted to make sure it was part of the classification.
Okay, do we have a motion then to place and support Article 11 in the town budget?
Yeah, I'll so move.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, put that in. Okay, Jeff, what other articles?
Special town meeting,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
there's a small packet.
Yeah, the Article 45, free cash, transfer for snow and ice deficit.
We still don't, these we may just want to hold till next Monday.
Okay,
That way we can finalize the numbers.
yeah.
So
I mean, they should be easy to do.
Yep,
Okay, so we'll,
because you've done some of them, but Article 45, we don't have the number yet. 46, we're still waiting. So yeah, we'll bring those back to you Monday.
okay. Okay, now, we do need to reclose the warrant, so nobody gets more articles in, and then we can reopen it Monday again. Is there a motion to close the warrant for the annual and special town meeting? I make the motion. Perfect. I'll make the motion. Hope Alex got that. I made the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Jamie, second.
Nice.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. So, that's it?
That's all I have.
That's all she wrote.
So the town meeting is set for the 7th of June in the auditorium.
Yeah, we handled it well last time.
Okay.
And there are more masks out there and more vaccinated people. So, let me put the date on this one. This is how I get confused. One of the reasons I get confused.
And just for the people at home, the board did have a workshop on a Saturday where a lot of these numbers were reviewed already, so lack of conversation isn't about the lack of review.
Right.
It's just, it's been previously
That's
reviewed.
not the first time.
Right.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? That was quick.
All right, thank you.
Gonna have to send a text to Mary and
Yeah.
make sure everything's okay.